All right, now, rawest video until date is gonna happen right fucking here and now. Bed schuin op die hoofd. All right, there's a lot happening inside of me, in my emotional state, in my mental space. A lot of things are shifting, are returning. There's a lot of energy I'm feeling, but also sometimes I get immediately or significantly stuck on this journey. And I kind of just wanted to talk to all of you for this one, and I grinded a little bit too hard on the previous video, so I'm just gonna one take this bitch. This is gonna be it for this week. First of all, thank you for arriving to this video. And yeah, let's just talk about what's going on. So I feel in like an insane amount of energy. I had a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and she said like, you're being too hard on yourself. And yeah, and then that just sparked just like a whole inner conversation. And I wrote like this whole manifesto. I'll put it on the screen right now. And I told her as well, I'm like, you know, what's actually like, what might seem as me being hard on myself, which I might am a little bit too much, but it's coming from a very sincere and loving place. Like, I'm at this point where I'm so done with sort of like this mediocre version of myself that I know I have to do extreme shit. I have to commit for a year long to make a video every week. I have to come up with crazy like social challenges, or move away from Sardinia with my parents to like the other side of the world and just lock in and just really, like, it really feels like a rebirth. Like, there's just been so many sort of like simmering problems with the injuries, or with, you know, even just like my skin has gotten more sensitive over the years, and like I haven't been sleeping well, and there's just all of like these sort of like simmering problems that I've just come to the point where I'm just so done with them, and I know I have to just face them and just fucking, yeah, just face these things and really take my life in my own hands. And I just feel I'm sort of in, I just told to my parents on the memo, I'm in like this puberty phase where I have to be by myself. I have to do extreme shit, just like I did when I was 17. I have to meet the people that are really aligned with me right now in this life. And I just have to be independent for that. And I have to do intense things so there's contrast that I can work with, and that I can relate things to and compare things with. Because if I just stay in this mediocre zone, like, my life is just gonna pass. Like, the years are gonna pass, the hours are gonna pass, the days. And I'm suddenly gonna be 30, you know? And I'm 26 right now, and I just feel there's so much potential, and there's just a lot of need for me in my system right now that I focus on the stuff that's really important. And that is just creating discipline for myself, working on my dreams consistently, giving space to like heavy emotions that have kept me from living this higher version of myself, you know, in the past. And really over time build the self-trust that I've sort of lost in recent years. And this self-trust isn't necessarily going to return by just sort of tweaking a couple little things. Like, yeah, that is it, man. I know the biggest thing that's going to drive me forward right now is getting my sleep schedule right. I really have to start going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time in the morning, because I feel like my sleep quality has just really degraded over the past years. Like, all of these little stressors and whatever things has made it hard for me to get like actually real good sleep, which I think is also in a way playing a part in my injuries and my skin, because it's all about rejuvenation, you know? And when does that happen? When you fucking sleep. Recovery, man. And I think that, yeah, it's really, and what makes you recover well? When you also know you put your all into a day. So it's equally playing the same part as the action that I'm seeking, is the recovery and making space for hard feelings, but they have to go hand in hand, you know. I'm really building my self-love and self-respect through action, through consistently showing up for myself, sleeping, and really going after what's really important. And that is just meeting my aligned people right now in my life, connecting with them, and really starting this community of all of us coming together, like locking in somewhere for a couple months and just grinding on our own goals or like making stuff together. But I don't have a specific image, and I also don't care about what it exactly ends up being. But I just know that why I'm being put on this earth is to bring different type of people together who are all obsessed with just taking everything out of life. And there's just an insane chemistry and energy I feel around bringing those people together. And I know that there's just gonna come shit out of that. So the most important thing that I do right now is just really make space for meeting those people. And I'm at the perfect position to do that. I'm here in Bali. There's a lot of different like-minded people I can meet here. And yeah, that's the energy. Thank you for everyone being on this journey with me. I definitely feel like I'm sort of like in this type of energy right now. And it is what is needed in my life right now. This is what my system needs. I want to make impulsive decisions. I want to suddenly move to Asia like I did. I want to spend all my money and not have any money left, but through that living actual life instead of constantly staying in this overanalyzing state, which again creates this mediocre version of me. Like my heightened version comes from being really adventurous and really going out here and experiencing shit. So I'm gonna stop fucking talking, because that's also one thing. I was like, why am I so philosophical in all of these videos? Let's talk about what actually happened, action, meeting people. And I've definitely been doing that, but let's get more into the action instead of just talking. Shh. And yeah. I want to give a huge shout out and respect to everyone who's really chasing their dreams, going through the hard stuff, because really going after what you really feel in your heart is definitely the harder thing to do on the short term, but in the long term, this stuff is going to pay out so much for ourselves, for other people, other beings. So by really going after what you truly feel in your heart and facing your own demons, you are creating space for the whole world to do that. So that is actually a very big feat. So if you only spend even 2 seconds on that this past week, shout out to fucking you. Like, we're really doing God's work out here. And yeah, also like we're in this together, you know? Because even what I'm experiencing now, I think about people who are going through way harder shit, but everyone goes through hard shit on their own level, and everyone just being with that is super courageous. That is super courageous and should be applauded. So I just want to give space to that. If you've been facing yourself or just doing this work, you are really doing God's work out here. And I respect you for that. I appreciate you for that. So yeah, love.